Baseball is frequently regarded as one of the safest activities, but that doesn't mean there aren't any risks involved. Now and then, a participant sustains an injury while playing that endangers their life. These athletes have dealt with incidents that could have easily taken their lives, such as being struck in the head by a pitch and being involved in serious collisions. Some of these players can make a full recovery and return to the game, but others have their careers cut short due to the damage they suffered. 5. David Price. When the Los Angeles Dodgers hurler David Price was told he had carpal tunnel syndrome in 2018, he experienced a near-death experience. Price had been dealing with the condition, which produces numbness and weakness in the hand, for many months, but he had been playing through the discomfort. However, Price suffered a sudden and severe flare-up of the disease during a game against the New York Yankees. He lost all feeling in his hand and was unable to grasp the ball or deliver a pitch. He was removed from the game instantly and taken to the hospital. Doctors found that Price had developed a blood clot in his hand as a result of carpal tunnel syndrome, which could have been fatal if ignored. Before making a comeback to the field, Price endured surgery to remove the clot and recovered for several weeks. Price's experience was not as traumatic as some of the other near-death incidents on this list, but it still serves as a reminder of the value of maintaining good health and not ignoring symptoms or injuries. Price's willingness to be open about his illness also contributes to a greater understanding of carpal tunnel syndrome and the possible risks it entails. Since his surgery, Price has kept up his pitching at a high level and has played a significant role for several teams over the course of his tenure. His close call with mortality serves as a lesson in the value of taking care of oneself both on and off the field. 4. Danny Farquhar. A game against the Houston Astros in 2018 resulted in a near-death experience for Danny Farquhar, a longtime relief pitcher for the Chicago White Sox. After pitching in the 6th inning, Farquhar collapsed in the dugout, and medical personnel raced to help him. Farquhar had a ruptured aneurysm, which was subsequently found to have caused a brain hemorrhage. He endured urgent surgery to have the aneurysm repaired after being taken to the hospital. Even though the procedure was a success, Farquhar required several weeks to recover. In a critical state, Farquhar started the drawn-out rehabilitation procedure after spending several weeks in the hospital. He had memory and concentration problems and had to relearn fundamental abilities like walking and speaking. He made a remarkable recovery, though, with the assistance of his family, friends, and medical experts. Farquhar eventually made a comeback to baseball in a coaching role, working as the Chicago White Sox's minor league pitching coordinator. Because of his experience, more people are conscious of the dangers of brain aneurysms, and he is now a supporter of both brain health and research. Farquhar's near-death experience is a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of taking care of one's health. It also shows the power of resilience and determination in the face of adversity and serves as an inspiration to anyone facing a difficult challenge in their lives. 3. Daniel Ponce de Leon. A minor league game in 2017 nearly claimed the life of St. Louis Cardinals hurler Daniel Ponce de Leon. De Leon was hit in the head by a line drive that was returned to him by a batter while throwing for the Memphis Redbirds. De Leon required emergency surgery after suffering a fractured skull and brain bleeding from the ball's collision. His brain was under pressure, and doctors acted swiftly to save his life. To aid in De Leon's body's healing from the trauma, a medically induced coma was put over him. After several weeks in the hospital, De Leon began the long process of recovery. In addition to working with physical and occupational trainers to regain his muscle and coordination, he had to relearn fundamental abilities like walking and talking. He was eventually able to go back to the baseball field and continue his profession. De Leon made his big league debut with the St. Louis Cardinals in 2018, becoming the first player to do so following a potentially fatal injury sustained on the field. He has continued to throw for the Cardinals and has inspired many people with his tenacity and fortitude in the face of difficulty. The incident involving De Leon serves as a warning of the dangers that come with playing baseball, even at the highest levels. It also shows the power of resilience and determination in the face of adversity and serves as an inspiration to anyone facing a difficult challenge in their lives. 2. Tris Speaker. A near-fatal incident occurred on a baseball field in 1907 for Hall of Fame center fielder Tris Speaker, who starred in the early 20th century. The Speaker ran into a colleague during a game as he attempted to catch a fly ball when he was playing for the minor league Cleveland Railroaders at the time. The speaker suffered a serious head injury in the collision and is currently unconscious. When he arrived at the hospital in a hurry, the medical staff found that he had a fractured cranium and a blood clot on his brain. After a successful operation, Speaker eventually recovered despite his health being in a precarious state. Surprisingly, Speaker made a quick comeback to baseball after his injury. He continued to play in the big leagues for the Boston Red Sox, Cleveland Indians, and Washington Senators, enjoying a lengthy and fruitful career. He was known for his exceptional fielding skills and was considered one of the best center fielders of his time. Speaker's close encounter serves as a warning of the risks associated with playing baseball, even in the sport's early years. It also demonstrates the tenacity of athletes like Speaker, who overcame severe injuries to carry on competing at the greatest level. 1. Johnny Gomez. Former Major League Baseball outfielder Johnny Gomez experienced a near-death encounter in 2002 while participating in a car accident while competing in the minor leagues. When Gomez was returning from a game in his SUV, another vehicle struck it, causing the mishap to happen. A broken leg, a fractured sternum, and a collapsed lung were just a few of the numerous wounds Gomez received in the collision. He received immediate surgery to treat his wounds after being rushed to the hospital. Gomez had to be resuscitated by medical staff at one point during his hospital stay after his heart stopped beating. Gomez was able to resume playing baseball after spending several months in the hospital and enduring extensive rehabilitation. In 2003, he made his big league debut with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. He later played for several other teams over the course of his career. Despite the seriousness of his wounds, Gomez has said that the experience has changed the way he views the world and inspired him to make the most of his time playing baseball. Additionally, he has developed into a champion for defensive driving techniques and frequently addresses young people about the risks of distracted driving. Baseball players frequently sustain injuries, but there have also been many instances where players have encountered potentially fatal circumstances while playing. These near-death encounters, which range from heart attacks to brain hemorrhages, serve as a reminder of the dangers associated with competitive sports as well as the value of maintaining good health. Many of these athletes have, however, also exhibited extraordinary resilience and tenacity in their recoveries, inspiring others with their tales of bravery and tenacity. Through their experiences, they have increased public consciousness of the significance of health and safety in sports and have established themselves as supporters of causes like brain research and health. It's important to keep in mind the sacrifices and difficulties made by those who came before, as well as to respect their legacies as baseball develops further and new safety precautions are implemented. By doing this, we can make sure that the activity continues to inspire and amuse future generations.